we are looking at trigonometry first. That's the main topic, but we want to understand the sine and the cosine rule. So we're going to start with the sine rule. Okay. Now, what is the sine rule and how do you get to deal with it? So the sine rule applies when you've been given a right angled triangle. It only applies to a right angled triangle, right? If this is a right angled triangle, the 90 degrees here, let's say this is the side A, this is the side B, and then this is the side C. Remember we said if this is the side B, where it points, that is going to be the direction, that will be small b. And then this is the side C, where it points, that will be the small c. And then this is the side A, where it points, that will be the small a. So sides are represented by small letters, but angles are represented by capital letters. So we are saying the sine rule, if you get A, it will be over sine A. Now the angle you can see, for where there is sine, I've used the capital letter A because we are meaning an angle. Okay, capital letters mean angle. So A over sine A is going to be equal to B over sine B, which is going to be equal to C over sine C. This is the sine rule. We can also say sine A divided by A is equal to sine B divided by B, which is equal to sine C divided by C. You need to know this because like it is mostly there in the exam. If it doesn't come in paper 2, then it will be in paper 1. So you need to know, right? So this is the sine rule. Now, how do you get to apply it? You need to be given two angles and one side. Okay, two angles and one side, and then they ask you to find the missing side, or they are going to give you two sides and one angle. They ask you to find the missing angle. That is how you get to use the sine rule. So since we know the sine rule equation, we can now look at some questions. We see how we are going to be able to work it out. Okay, so let's say we've been given that this is 5 centimeters, and then they've given us that this is 30 degrees, and then they say find x. Okay, they've put here it is x. They want us to find this missing angle. So the question is, how do we get to find that missing angle? So to find the missing angle, you are going to use the sine rule. Okay, now if you look at the side B, if we look at the angle B, we don't have the side B there. Okay, that means that in the sine rule, we cannot use it. But if you look at the angle A, we have got the opposite side, so we can use it. And then if you look at the angle C, we have got the opposite side, which is 5, so we can use it. So we're going to say, for us to be able to find x, okay, we are going to say x divided by what is the angle that looks to. Okay, what is the angle that x looks to? So you look at this one, that is angle A. All right, so we're going to say x over sine A is going to be equal to, and then you come to this side. What side is this? That is 5. 5 over sine C. Okay, so that is how you are going, this is going to be how you are going to start. It's more like a formula, but a formula itself, remember, is a sine rule. You already know that it is, if you are talking about the side A, then the formula, the first thing maybe I should have written is the formula. So the formula is supposed to be A divided by sine A is equal to C divided by sine C. But this small a, you can see that small a is what? Is x. Okay, and then this small c is what? Is 5. Is that okay? Okay, so that is why in the equation I have put this. Now you need to know, so this is going to be x divided by sine. What is going to be capital A? What is capital A? Okay, what is the angle A?
There's no. Ah, that is 30.
Yes, it
Sine 30.
yes, good. That is 30, very good. So that will be sine 30, and that will be equal to 5 divided by sine C. Now what is the angle C?
5.
No, the
Sine 5.
no the 5 is the side. So 5 is the
Yeah.
side, but we want the angle, this angle. Okay? When you're talking about the angle, you don't get the side. So this is what you want. So what is the angle C?
90.
No, 90 is this one which is here. Okay, so in this case, for you to be able to find the angle C, you know that when you add the angle A plus the angle B plus the angle C, for a triangle, you should get what? What are you supposed to get? You're supposed to get 180 degrees. A triangle will always give you 180 degrees. But you've seen the angle A is what? 30. So I'm going to put 30. And then the angle B is what? 90. Okay, plus the angle C, which we don't know, that is going to be 180. So we're going to say 30 plus 90, that is going to give us 110. And then plus C, that is going to be 180. So I'll take the 110 the other side, that will be 180 minus 110. So C is going to give us 70, meaning that C is 70. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
All right, so that we are going to put here sine 70 degrees like that. Now, mostly these rules, the sine rule and the cosine rule, they are going to bring it in paper 2. Why? Because you need to use a calculator for you to be able to punch, okay? So we want to find the value for x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this by this. That is going to be x sin 70. And that is going to be equal to multiply 5 by this. That is going to be 5 sin 30. Please never, if you multiply this 5 and the sin 30, never multiply 5 with the angle. Okay? This 5 is supposed to come in front here. That is why I've put it in front here, 5 sin 30. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
All right, good. So,
So you have to put over 9 sine 70.
yes.
Okay.
So now for me to remain with x, I'm going to divide both sides by sine 70. Even this side by sine 70. Okay? The sine 70 here and the sine 70 here is going to cancel. Meaning that x is going to be, now you get your calculator. This thing, what remains is just for you to punch on the calculator. So I'm going to say 5 sin 30. Okay? 5 sin 30 on my calculator divided by sin 70. So that has given me 2.66 meters. Okay, that means this is in centimeters. So this is going to be 2.66 centimeters. That is the value for x. Okay, do you have a question?
No questions.
All right. So that is how you find. So since I found x to be 2.66, let's say they also asked us to find this one. Let's say they said find r. So now to find r, it is going to be easy. You just use the Pythagoras theorem. Remember, r is the hypotenuse. So to find that one, we're just going to say r is equal to, okay, r squared is equal to, you're going to get this side, which is 5, you square it, plus you're also going to get this side, which is 2.66, you also square it. So to remain with r, you're going to square root here, you're also going to square root this side, everything. So this square and this square root is going to go. So r is going to just be the square root of 5 squared plus 2.66 squared. So that is what is going to give you r if you punch on the calculator. Alright, so let's look at another example on the sine rule. So this is the triangle that we have. Let's say we have been given that this is 4 centimeters. Let's say they've given us this is 2 centimeters. And then let's say they've said that this is 45, let me say 40 degrees. Now if we are given also this one, okay, it will not, if we are given also that angle, then it means we just know everything here. We basically know everything. Okay, now I mentioned that we use the sine rule when you've been given a right angled triangle. Now, please, you need to know that it is not only for a right angled triangle. Okay? You can use the sine rule for anything as long as it is a triangle apart from a right angled triangle. Let's say we've been given this triangle like this. It's looking like right angled. So let's say we have got this triangle like this one. Okay, this is a triangle. Let's say this one we've been given as it's 110 degrees. And then let's say we've been given that this is 10 centimeters. And then maybe they've given us that this is 4 centimeters. And then they say find this angle here. Okay, let's say this is A, this is B, this is C. The question is find B, A, C. So when you see B, A, C, it means that the angle that you are finding is the angle on the middle. So you are finding the angle A. This is the angle A that you are finding, right? So to be able to find this angle, what are we going to do? So if you look at this question, you've been given the angle A, you also been given the angle C, all right? So you can find you've been given the side which is opposite to A, okay? And then you've been given the side which is opposite to C and also the angle C. Meaning you can find the angle A. How do you find that? You are just going to say sine the angle A divided by the side A is going to be equal to sine the angle C divided by small c. Is this okay?
Yes, it's okay.
So we're going to say sine, we don't know the angle A. Okay, but what is the side A? What is A? Like the side which is opposite to A?
4 centimeters.
Very good. So that is 4 centimeters. And that will be equal to sine. What is the angle C?
10 centimeters.
Okay, the angle, not the side. The angle.
The angle.
Yes,
180.
110. The angle C. This angle C here.
Not 180.
Yes. And then divided by the side C, that is now 10. Okay, so to find, we are going to cross multiply here. Okay, we are going to cross multiply. So this one times this one, that is going to give us, remember I said 10 should always come in front. Okay, that will be 10 sine A, and that is going to be equal to 4. Also multiply with this. Now 4 should always go in front, so that is going to be 4 sine 110. So to remain with sine A, I'm going to divide both sides by 10, like this. So that is going to give us sine A being equal to, so we are going to have 4 sine 110 divided by 10. All right. So this is going to be sine A. Now I'm going to punch on the calculator. 4 sine 110 divided by 10. 4 sine 110 divided by 10. So this is going to give us 0.3758. Now, if you want to find A, which is the angle, you are going to take sine this side. So in other words, you are multiplying both sides by the inverse for sine. So if you take sine the other side, it becomes sine inverse. Okay? sine inverse, and then you are going to have sine inverse of 0.3758. Okay, sorry for that. So we are saying we're going to have the sine inverse of this very same number which we have here. So if you have got a calculator for you to punch sine inverse, you are first going to go where it is written shift. Okay, where it is written shift, you press there, and then you go on where it is written sine. So press shift, and then you go where it is written sine, and then you are going to write that number 0.3758. Okay, and then the angle that you are going to find is 22.01 degrees. This is the angle. That means that the angle A is 22 degrees. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, good. So just this one, I'm going to just change something. I'll not change the question, but let's say we were not asked to find the side that we are finding. Okay,
Okay.
the angle that we are finding. Let's say we've been asked to find another angle, what we could have done. So let's say the question was saying find angle ABC. Okay, that means the question is asking us to find this angle which is here. Now, if you look at the angle B, do you have any side? Do you know the side that it is opposite to? Do you know the side that it is opposite to?
Um, no, it's
We don't know the side. Okay, we don't know the side because if this is B, this we don't know this side. Okay,
okay.
so meaning that we cannot find directly the angle B. So the first thing that we are going to do, since we know the side for A, the opposite side for A and the opposite side for C, meaning that we are first going to find the A, okay, the side A. So we're going to say A, not the side A, but the angle A, just like we have done. So we're going to say sine of the angle A divided by the side A is equal to sine of the angle C divided by the side C. So this is going to be sine of A over A, the side A, that is 4. That will be equal to sine. What is the angle C?
10 centimeters.
110 degrees. Okay, divided now by the side C, which is 10 centimeters. So I want to remain with sine A. So I'm going to multiply this side by 4. So this will remain as sine A being equal to 4 sine 110 divided by 10. And we already found this, okay? Sine A, this is from what we are just from doing in the previous question. It gave us 4 sine 110 over 10, it gave us 0.375877. Meaning that if I want to find A, I'm going to take sine the other side, so that will be sine inverse of 0.375877. And we found that A, the angle A is going to give us 22 degrees. Now remember, the question is asking us to find the angle B. We all know that when you add the angle A plus the angle B plus the angle C, what should you get? What, what should you get?
Scale from 10 plus 4 plus
So
110.
when you add these angles, angle A, angle B, and angle C, what are you supposed to get? What is the total you're supposed to get?
You're supposed to get 180.
Yes, you are supposed to get 180. Okay, but the A, we already know the angle A, we have found it as 22, but we don't know angle B, that's the one we are finding. And then angle C, what is angle C?
110.
Yes, 110. This should give us 180. So we're going to say 22 plus 110. Okay, 22 plus 110. That is going to give us 132. what I'm adding is this one plus this one. So that will be 132, and then plus b, that is going to be equal to 180. So to find b, we're going to take 32 the other side. So that will be 180 minus 132. Okay, like that. So 180 minus 132. So that means that angle B is equal to 48 degrees. So this is the angle that we have been asked to find. So that is how you're able to find that angle. Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay.